It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show.
Frank.
Come on, the Frank Show. What?
What?
The Frank Show.
Frank.
Come on, the
Frank.
Frank
Frank.
Show. What? The
Frank.
Frank Show.
Frank.
Come on,
Frank.
Frank
Frank.
Show.
Frank.
It's time for the show. Aloha headsets, Frankie Boy here, reporting to you live from PAX Round 2 for you. Now, today was an awesome day. I was going to get up at 6 o'clock and get there super early and spend a whole lot of time doing a lot of crazy stuff. But you know what? I rested, I relaxed, I stayed in. I got there around 1, I hung out with some fans, and then I got invited to an Oculus event. Now, the big thing about this is that I got to finally try Vacation Simulator. Now, they did not let me do any kind of recording or anything, but your boy Frankie is solid at words, so I'm going to describe to you the differences between Job Simulator and Vacation Simulator, because I think that they really did a great job not just putting you into an environment, which I was a little worried about. Now, first things first, it was no menu loading kind of screen. You're just in this awesome area where you're on vacation. You got to pop from spot to spot and do little activities at each spot, and you had different challenges to do at other spots. Like there was a sandcastle building area. There was an area where I got to play like soccer with a little balls in the water. There was an area where I got to put my head under the water and do a like just play around in the water. And then there was this little dive shop where you could find seashells underwater and use them in like a vending machine and get popsicles and just little stuff to goof around with. Now, one big update was you could reach over your back and pull out a backpack, which was nice, and you could store little things that you found in it. And they had a selfie camera, so you can grab the selfie camera and take pictures of yourself in the environment, which I thought was really, really cool. And I know a lot of people are really gonna like that. But another thing, you could wave, and you could wave to the robots and get in contact with them. And the flow of it was so much nicer because you could move from item to item and goof around and just kind of be in this really fun environment. Now, it wasn't free movement. It was just kind of like look at an area and teleport to that spot, but it worked perfectly. And each little area was different, and the visuals were on point, and I think it's going to be a really fun game. I know we all love Job Simulator, and I was, like I said, I was worried Vacation Sim would just be like, oh, they love Job Sim, let's just put them in vacation locations and do the exact same thing. No, they updated it. They made it better. They have the interactions even better. It's more immersive. It's a solid game that I wish I could share gameplay with, but I could not share gameplay with of that one for you. Now, another one that I could not share gameplay with was Space Junkies, which I don't believe is going to come to PlayStation VR. Now, I talked to the dev, and he wanted to. He just said that I don't think Sony gave him the ultimate support for it because they didn't have solid controllers that could handle everything that he wanted to do on it. They were super psyched on it, but that was what was kind of holding them back. But it's an awesome 2v2 first-person shooter in VR, and coming from Ubisoft, and it is so polished, and it's 0G, and it's just nuts. And the dev was awesome, and he was super psyched about it. So that's why we're talking about it here, because it really is a cool-looking game. Now, another game that I got to play that could be coming to PlayStation VR and PS4, but was not confirmed for me yet. Right now, it's just confirmed from Steam, and I think it's going to be a really big deal for VR. It's called Vox Machinae. Now, this is a mech game, and it's a 16-player, multiplayer mech game where you get to, like, it's not like you're just moving them with a joystick. You're grabbing hold of, like, a control that speeds you up right here, and this control little knobby turns you left or right, and this little knobby right here will make you jump, and then you have to aim with your head for your guns, and it just feels so cool. And there's a little walkie-talkie. When you pick it up, you can talk to the other people that you're playing with, and when you're talking to them, there's this little screen that you see their face, like talking and talking on the walkie-talkie at the same time, and the interaction is just so nuts that it was just such a cool VR experience, and you're like the pilot of this giant mech, and I loved every second. I talked to the devs for like an hour after it, and they're so psyched on it too, which is I love to see when I'm playing VR games, because some devs are super psyched on the games, and some devs are just not so much, and it's nice when they're super passionate. But the big thing I wanted to get to is it's going to be playable on just normal console. Now, this is an awesome mech game that when it does come out, you guys should definitely check it out, especially if you have a PC that you just play normal games on, because it's coming to Steam first. But I think that once it comes over and they see how much people are loving it, PlayStation knows about it, so I'm really hoping that they jump on the train with this one. Now, I don't know how much of this information I can share with you, but they didn't tell me I couldn't share the information with you for what we're going to do here. Now, I would love to see this game here, and I got to play a couple other games, you guys, and I do have footage from everything that we'll probably put up on the second channel if you want to see it. And also, big thanks to Oculus for having me out there. They had a really nice setup. They gave us like fresh cannolis and lobster rolls, and it was nuts. It was pretty cool. I also got to meet some other streamers. I got to meet Drifter and hang out with him, who's always been a big streamer. But I loved his stuff back when I watched Call of Duty videos. I got to meet Poised, who is a hilarious like VR streamer as well. Like his stuff, it makes me laugh so much. And I also got to hang out with my buddy Reality Check VR, Caleb, who is such a cool guy. If you have not checked out his content, you need to check that out as well. And so that was pretty much my day. I went to eat with all of them after that. We got to hang out, and then I went back to my hotel, and now I'm working on these videos for you. But tomorrow we are going to get more games for you that you're going to be super surprised about, and some stuff you haven't seen, and some stuff coming soon. And it's a cool convention. Now, if there's anything in particular you guys would like to see in flat gaming, maybe just normal stuff, please just let me know in the comments. I'll try to check them out and see if I can show you anything special, anything you're interested in. I mean, I would like to let you feel like you got to go to the show too. And it's not just PSVR, even though that is definitely the main focus here. But anyway, thank you guys for coming through. You're beautiful, most amazing audience in the world. Give yourselves a round of applause because you made it through another day. I mean, come on. Now, if you'd like to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smooches. It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, Frank Show. It's time for the show.